Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of spiritual awakening. One thing you'll quickly discover on this journey is that it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Nope, it can be downright tough and, at times, even painful. But here's the thing, it's also incredibly transformative and enriching. Imagine this, you're sailing through life, feeling all good, when suddenly, bam! Something unexpected happens. It could be a breakup, a health scare, or some other major life curveball. It's like the universe just decided to shake things up, big time. And in the midst of this chaos, something magical occurs. You have an inner awakening. You realize that all that control you thought you had over your life, well, it was just an illusion. Your ego. Yeah, it's not in charge here. Feeling lost, confused, maybe even anxious during this chaos? Totally normal. But here's the silver lining, these tough moments are often the catalysts for spiritual awakening. They're like the universe's way of saying, wake up. There's more to this life than you thought. Stage 1, the wake-up call. Now, picture this, you're cruising through life, thinking everything's just fine, when suddenly, boom! The universe decides it's time to give you a wake-up call, and it's usually not delivered with a gentle tap on the shoulder. Nope, it's more like a cosmic 2x4 to the head. This wake-up call often comes in the form of a major life crisis. Maybe it's a heart-wrenching breakup, a health scare, or a career meltdown. Whatever it is, it shakes your world to its core. And in that moment, you start to realize something profound, the life you've been living might not be in sync with your true self. It's like a light bulb flickering on, and suddenly, you're questioning everything. Your job, your relationships, your beliefs, it's all up for grabs. You're on a quest to discover the real you, and it's both exhilarating and terrifying. Alright, let's dive into stage 2 of spiritual awakening, the dark night of the soul. Buckle up, because here's where things can get seriously challenging. Imagine you're in a deep, dark pit of despair. It's like you've been dropped into the emotional roller coaster of your life, and the ride just took a sharp drop. During this stage, you're not just scratching the surface of self-reflection, you're diving deep into the abyss of your own soul. It's a time when your inner demons come out to play, and you have to confront your deepest fears and insecurities head-on. It's like shining a spotlight on all the stuff you've buried under the surface. But here's the beautiful paradox, it's in this darkness that you find the stars. The intense self-reflection and facing your inner demons is like a purification process. It's clearing away the baggage, the doubts, and the limitations that have held you back. It's tough, but it's also profoundly transformative. Think of it as a caterpillar in its cocoon. In the darkness, it undergoes a radical transformation, emerging as a beautiful butterfly. So, if you're going through a tough time, remember, it's all part of the journey. You're on the path to discovering your inner light, and sometimes, you've got to navigate through the darkness to find it. Stage 3, the spiritual seeker. Imagine you've just opened a treasure chest full of knowledge and wisdom, and you're like a sponge, ready to soak it all up. During this stage, you're on a quest for spiritual enlightenment. You're voraciously hungry for wisdom and eager to explore various spiritual paths. It's like embarking on an epic adventure, but the terrain you're navigating isn't physical, it's the landscape of your own consciousness. You start connecting with your inner self on a deeper level, and it's like discovering a whole new world within you. But that's not all, you're also reaching out to something greater than yourself, a higher power, the universe, whatever resonates with you. It's a bit like making a cosmic phone call and saying, hey, I'm here, and I'm ready to listen. This phase is a beautiful journey of self-discovery, a bit like piecing together a grand puzzle. You're starting to understand the bigger picture of life, and the pieces are falling into place one by one. Stage 4, the awakening. Imagine this, you've been wandering in the dark forest of self-discovery, stumbling over roots and facing your fears. And suddenly, it happens, the aha moment. In this stage, you experience a profound shift in consciousness. It's like someone turned on a bright spotlight in your mind, and suddenly, the pieces of the puzzle that is your life start clicking into place. It's an eureka moment of epic proportions. You start seeing the bigger picture of life, and it's as if you've been looking at the world through a keyhole, and now, the door has swung wide open. You realize that the universe is this intricate tapestry, and you're an essential thread in it. It's like stepping out of a long, dark night and into the warm, welcoming light of day. You begin to understand your purpose, your interconnectedness with all living beings, and a sense of inner peace washes over you. Alright, fellow seekers, we've reached the grand finale, stage 5, the integration, and trust me, it's a true masterpiece of spiritual awakening. Picture this, after all the ups and downs, the inner battles, and the moments of enlightenment, you're now at a point where you're not just collecting wisdom like shiny pebbles on a beach. You're putting that wisdom to work in your daily life. You've become a beacon of light in your own unique way. You radiate positivity and love like sunshine on a clear day. It's not just about knowing, it's about doing. You're living authentically, aligned with your true self, and that's where the real magic happens. Think of yourself as a lighthouse guiding ships through the stormy seas of life. You've found your purpose, and you're sharing your spiritual gifts with the world. It could be through acts of kindness, inspiring words, or simply by being a shining example of love and compassion. This final stage is like the grand finale of a fireworks show. It's a dazzling display of the transformation you've undergone, and it's a gift you offer to the world. So, if you're in this stage, keep shining bright, because you're making the world a better place, one ray of light at a time. Now I'll add some additional information about spiritual awakening. Regardless of the path your awakening takes, one constant thread emerges: profound existential questions start to stir. Questions like, is life more than what meets the eye? What is my true purpose? These inquiries pull you away from the surface-level existence, beckoning you to delve into the deeper layers of life's meaning. You're not merely waking up to a new day, you're awakening to an entirely new life and a truer version of yourself. Consider it a summons to break free from the illusions that have held you in slumber, to emerge from your cocoon, and to soar like the magnificent being you were always destined to be. The forthcoming phase of your awakening is nothing short of enchanting. Welcome to the stage of bliss. Visualize this as the soul's golden hour, where everything bathes in a warm, radiant light. During this stage, you're not just alive, you're intimately connected with the cosmos, igniting a fresh enthusiasm for life. The world transforms into a canvas painted with vibrant hues, trees whisper their secrets, birds serenade you with your favorite melodies, and even flowers seem to burst into bloom solely for your delight. You're brimming with elation, excitement, joy, and an array of positive emotions that might have been dormant for years. It's akin to discovering a treasure chest of pure emotions, each one waiting to be eagerly explored. Why does this stage feel so overwhelming and joyful? The answer is simple: your heart is waking up. For many, this is the first time in their lives that they've truly tuned into their hearts. As your heart awakens, it becomes the headquarters for emotions like compassion, connection, and all-encompassing love. Here's where it gets really interesting. In this stage, you start to feel guided, like there's an invisible hand shaping your path. This is also the time when synchronicities become your new normal. This stage also sharpens your intuitive abilities. Your heart is now more awake than ever. With heightened intuition, you start to resonate with choices and directions that align with your soul's purpose. Another incredible aspect of this stage is the surfacing of spiritual gifts you never knew you had. Perhaps you find a sudden knack for understanding people deeply, or maybe you discover a talent for healing energies. It's hard not to get attached to this stage. It feels like a perpetual honeymoon with your soul, but just like any honeymoon, this stage has an expiration date. Many mistake this high for a never-ending state, thinking they've crossed the finish line. In reality, it's only one beautiful chapter in a multifaceted journey. Don't resist the rise and flow of this journey. Your next stage might be the dark night of the soul. In this stage, you might find yourself in what I call the void. The void is not emptiness but a space where you are between the old you and the new you. You might feel a lack of direction, but that's okay. You might go through a severe spiritual crisis, a turbulent time that is characterized by a loss of meaning, uncertainty, hopelessness, and profound doubt about one's place in the universe. It's not just an ordinary bad day or a rough patch, it's a profound emotional and spiritual upheaval that can feel like a deconstruction of your very self. But understand that this is a phase of recalibration. Your soul is assimilating all the knowledge you've gained, it's preparing the stage for your emergence as a renewed being. During this period, you might notice an inclination towards deep self-reflection, journaling, or engaging in simple activities such as taking contemplative walks in nature to absorb its healing energies. It's a time to practice self-love, allowing the changes to take root and nurture your inner self. Remember, this void is also where you may unearth latent talents, gifts, and passions that may have been buried beneath your former ego and life circumstances. Your heart's calling becomes more distinct, and listening to that calling becomes your compass, guiding you towards your untapped potential, a potential you might not have been aware of before. Once you're ready, once your soul senses you've had sufficient rest, you will begin to emerge from this void, and the transformation will be truly magnificent. Your beliefs, your mindset, and even your physical reality may have undergone profound changes. If you're watching this while navigating through a dark night or just entering this void, please understand, you are not alone. The journey may seem lengthy, and impatience to reach the end may arise, but trust in the process. Don't rush through the stages, each phase imparts its unique lessons, serving as stepping stones in your spiritual evolution. Your soul is wise, it discerns what you can endure and what lessons are essential for your growth. Now, take a deep breath. If you've journeyed through the dark night and the void, here's something important: you are stronger than you ever imagined. You've traversed the depths of your soul and have discovered what I like to call groundedness. It's akin to finally feeling the solid ground beneath your feet after being buffeted by the winds of your internal turmoil. Every phase in this journey possesses its own unique beauty and imparts valuable lessons, shaping you into a wiser and more resilient individual. As you progress through these stages, think of it like the growth of a tree, not only reaching upwards but also sending roots deeper into the earth. Both aspects are essential for a well-rounded and fulfilling life. So, keep aspiring for the heights, but never underestimate the strength that stems from staying firmly grounded. It's important to remember, my friend, that your spiritual journey might not align precisely with the stages I've described here. Each person's path is distinct. Embrace your own journey, wherever you find yourself along the way. I sincerely hope this video resonates with you. If it does, please consider sharing it with friends and loved ones who may also find it beneficial. Wishing you a truly beautiful day ahead.